Chamber of Commerce updates, and I'm joined by Leeann Watson. How are you? Nice to see you.
I'm great, thanks, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. Always nice to see you because you are an air of positivity, and I think we need that in the city. First of all, let's just cover off the elections. We were talking off here, and I think it's fair to say that most of us were surprised at the amount of votes that Leanne Dalzell got, I think. I think that's probably fair to say across the media. Were you surprised by that yourself?
I guess, look, what I was probably surprised at was actually the number of votes that Daryl Park also managed to generate. And I think the reason I say that is, Daryl came into the piece quite late, and he doesn't have the same profile and awareness, I guess, as what the current mayor had at the time. So, I think what was really positive about that whole process was actually it did provide an opportunity for all candidates to really sharpen their arguments and their positions.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been a real shame for, largely the mayoralty to be uncontested. So I take my hat off to Daryl Park for putting himself out there and giving it a really good crack. We've got the current mayor back in, and I think, there is some continuity around that with some potential, I guess, momentum to carry on, which I think is really positive. We've got the opportunity now with a new City Council CEO. So there is some change there, and there's 6 new councillors, which will also bring about change.
And we've got to push that momentum along, don't we?
Absolutely.
We've got to keep it going because we've had some amazing private investors that have done so much, like the Riverside Farmers Market, but you still need the council to push things along. What's your greatest concern, though, this term? Because you want to make sure things are happening.
Yeah, I think my greatest concern is actually keeping that momentum going. There is a chance, I guess that we've got a small window of opportunity here to actually get things going, particularly, and keep that momentum going, particularly as we head into summer, into a busy period, particularly for the central city. So we can't have delays, and the chances when we've got new councillors sitting around the table who want to relitigate things, there's a risk with that. However, I think that from what I know of the people that have been elected into the council, the new councillors and the existing ones there, I don't think that they'll allow that to happen. So that's my greatest concern, is that we keep the momentum going. We don't pause and relitigate things as we move forward.
The team that have behind Riverside Farmers Market, they must know something we don't know. What an amazing success. If it's a rainy day, it is busy. If it's a sunny day, it's even more busy. Of course, these are some of the same developers involved with Little High.
That's right.
Always busy. What do they know that we don't know? I mean, not that I'm saying I didn't think it was going to be a success, but when I went there a couple of Sundays ago when it was rubbish weather, I thought, that's good, I'll be able to go there, be quite quiet today. Nope, it's busy, but I think it's going to continue to be busy. It's not like it was it was the school holidays, but I don't think that has any effect at all. It is always totally busy.
Yeah, look, I've been 4 times in the last 2 weekends, and you're absolutely right. Look, I think there's a couple of things. First of all, these developers and investors have been prepared to take a risk. They've backed themselves, they've tried something new, and absolutely it has paid off for them. And I think we should absolutely congratulate them for that. They have also had really great support around them. And I know at the opening that I saw you at, Richard Peebles was really quick to acknowledge that. And it is important that that is acknowledged, because often we talk about some of the huge barriers and some of the challenges that our developers have. He was very quick to acknowledge the role of Otakaro and the City Council in helping get Riverside up and running. And it's stunning. And I think it's really important that we as residents of Christchurch get in there and support this. And we've talked about this often, but we've got to do that. We've got to try different things. We've got to break our moulds and our habits of doing the same things, going to the same places, and actually get out there and try something new. What's the worst that can happen? You don't like it? At least you've tried it. But I would, if you haven't been in, it's absolutely stunning. Salami, that's definitely worth a try.
Yes, and also I tried, I don't know what the company is called now, but I'm pretty sure it's got the word chicken in it. I had a really nice chicken sandwich for $9. It's when you walk into the main entrance, it's on the left-hand side. Yep. It is good. It almost feels healthy because it's kind of fresh chicken, not the kind of processed stuff. It's good.
Yeah, Souvlaki's had one of those in the weekend. Amazing.
Oh, I love a good souvlaki.
Bacon Brothers, to die for.
I know.
Even the vegetarian one, actually.
Oh, really? I meant to try the bakery, but I thought I better not try the bakery just yet, because if I do that, I probably will, I've
tried that too, actually, and the butchery. So I've been everywhere. I love food.
Just before you go, what else is on the Canterbury Employers Chamber of Commerce radar at the moment?
We've got our own board elections, actually. So we've got our annual general meeting tomorrow night. So we too will have at least 4 new board members sitting around our table. Look, I think it's about, in fact, we've got Corin Dan coming to talk to the members tomorrow at our AGM, just around what we might expect to see looking forward into next year's general election. So we've seen a change in the polls recently around, Labor going down, National going up. This is the year of delivery for the current government, and we're not seeing a lot of delivery. So I think people are watching with great interest as to what might happen leading up into the general election next year. We've got a lot of things that the current government have been working on. There's been, a myriad of working groups. A lot of those working groups have concluded, and recommendations are sitting with the government. We haven't had a lot of outcomes from that yet. So I expect we'll start seeing some really good, hopefully positive outcomes that will come out of some of those working group recommendations.
I think we will, because when there's election year looming, all of a sudden things start getting built and developed. Isn't it always the way? So Leeann Watson from the Canterbury Employers Chamber of Commerce, good to see you. Nice to see you.
Thanks, Chris.
News Talk ZB.
Get